Hey guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I am your host Bastion. This is Nintendo News. Let's get to that news. AV Club is one of my favorite websites. They're kind of like an entertainment site that has kind of like a sarcastic, jokey kind of tone, even with their titles, but especially with their content. So they have dreamed up, after all this announcement of Nintendo partnering with Universal Studios and making these amusement park rides that are Zelda themed, not just Zelda themed, Nintendo themed. I've got Zelda on the brain, as always. But anyways, they have decided, well, what could these rides possibly be like? But they're not serious because they're AV Club. So it starts out kind of normal, but then they get kind of outlandish, and these would never actually be actual rides or whatever. But it's amusing regardless. If you want to check those out, there's a link for you down below. There's a video out called Legend of Zelda: The Evolution of Fairies, and I thought it was going to be this amazing, like, in-depth, like, theory kind of video, and I totally dig those kinds of things. And instead it was just a guy who took screenshots and video clips of all of the fairies in the Zelda games. So if you want to look at all the fairies in all of the Zelda games, here's a video for you. There's a link for you down below. Our next story is about a video about Legend of Zelda that it tickled my fancy a little more, which is the unused content of the original Legend of Zelda. And so basically what this guy did is there is a beta version of the original Legend of Zelda. Now this was really close to completion, and the only differences are basically some of the rooms have enemies that are much easier. They haven't invented a couple of the enemies at that point, so there are no fire shooting statues or anything. That came up a little later, I guess, as they're playing through. They're like, this is too easy, we need to make this harder. So stuff like that. Some of the rooms are slightly different in the dungeons, and then the second quest is basically non-existent. So anyways, interesting stuff. He goes through all the differences. Pretty interesting to someone like me who knows that game pretty much inside and out. If you want to check that out, there's a link for you down below. That is it for this episode of Nintendo News. See you guys tomorrow for more news. Bye, guys!